These words, asylum seeker and refugee, they're used in negative ways in some section of the media and politics. And yeah, like you said, they carry a lot of negative connotations and it's become very politically charged. An asylum seeker is someone who is fleeing war or persecution or anything like that. They've come here and they are in the process of proving where they're actually from, that they are actually fleeing what they say they're fleeing. And then once they've proven that, then they're legally no longer an asylum seeker. At that point, they're now a refugee, and they can then start building their life and starting to work and participate in British society. But in that sort of period in between where they're an asylum seeker, that's where a lot of things are closed off to them. They're not allowed to work. They don't have access to the benefit system, for example. So people need a lot of support in that period, especially with, like, we often refer people to things like social activities to integrate into British society, practice their English. We refer them to English classes, and obviously because they can't work, they also need things like clothes. I'm Kartik, and I started here as an inclusion health worker, and I work full-time, but now I do half my week doing inclusion health work, and the other half I do early action advice. Right now, we're in December, and in Britain, December for Christians and Muslims and a lot of other faith traditions is about Jesus Christ, and he is what you could have called once upon a time a refugee and an asylum seeker. And I think that's just something that people should really tap into. You know, asylum seekers and refugees, they're made out as though they're coming here to fleece the system, to ruin this country or something, and that's really not true. And in Birmingham it's really clear and really apparent it's not true. Like, a lot of people's favourite food in Birmingham, we have access to it because of migration, because of asylum seekers. And I mean, I'm not saying people have to set up businesses to prove their worth, but people are coming here to build lives, to support their families, and to flee from war and persecution. It's a shame, and perhaps it's a failing of the education system here, but people often aren't aware what people are fleeing in other countries. And I think there's a shortage of empathy, and that's what the festive period is supposed to be about, is empathizing with that kind of thing.